You've probably been the most vocal in painting kind of a doomsday scenario should the progressive conservatives under Brian Pallister become leader. And I think those of us that watch election campaigns accept that that embellishment and exaggeration are certainly part of the toolbox of a campaign. But and you do have some specific points to make. But are you trying to tell Manitobans that Brian Pallister is not a viable candidate to be premier of the province? Because I think that beyond disagreements on policy, a lot of people, even some people who voted New Democrat, are probably going to see that as an exaggeration, that he's not viable to be premier. Is that what you're saying?
I would not use the word viable, because the evidence is showing us that those people that have been with us, because they are wanting a different kind of leader, are taking a look at him. So I think in terms of viability, people are considering that that's an option. So I certainly wouldn't choose that word. I would choose the word that he just simply ought not be leader at all, given some of the policies that have come forward. As for the man, I'm sure he's a fine person. He loves his wife and children and all of that. It's his policies that I passionately object to. And if you think that perhaps that's a problem in this race, I'll apologize now and you can carry it forward. Because I do feel very passionate about comments that he has made. This isn't something I'm making up. Comments that he has made on the record concerning a two-tiered system of healthcare being something that Manitobans want. His words, not mine. He has been clear in his position time and time again, up until 20 minutes ago, on his views on same-sex marriage and on rights for gay and lesbian people. He has been clear.
I think many of us in the media. He has said some controversial things. Mm-hmm. I think many of us see those, your conclusions as extrapolations on what he said. I don't think what he said has been very clear at all. Mm-hmm. I think what he said has raised questions, questions which you and others in the NDP have volunteered to answer. So is that really fair?
Yeah, I disagree with you with great respect. I think that Mr. Pallister can speak to your reporters and say, I have evolved on my views on rights for people who are gay. But it was only a few months ago that he voted against Bill 18. Now, Bill 18 wasn't about having classes on gay and lesbians in our schools and throwing gay pride parades at the lunch hour. Bill 18 was about allowing gay and straight kids to meet and talk to each other if they wanted to. Allowing children to meet. That's all that it was about. And he voted against us and led his whole caucus in doing so. And it was only a few weeks back that he has nominated a candidate that is well known and documented on very fundamentalist views that rallied against Bill 18, that is against same-sex marriage and against a woman's right to choose. So I don't think that I'm making this up in any way. I think these are facts, and I think that Manitobans need to think about that. That's not the kind of Manitoba in which I want my son to grow up.